Good afternoon, viewers. I'm back again with a new video, and this time around, I'd like to talk about an observation and then update you guys about update you on my previous decision to learn video editing. Sorry, yeah, I've not been feeling so fine in a while now. So, well, I've not been feeling all right, but it's all good. So, back to well, the reason I back to the video. The reason I am making this video is to start with the previous decision I made to learn video editing. I I truly wanted to learn that video editing, and after that video, I downloaded. I already had CapCut. I spoke with a friend who introduced me to VN Video Editor. So I tried to learn a little bit of it, and then I did realize it was too big. Yeah, it was. There were so many features, there were so many things, and it was extremely challenging. So I have to. I'm not going to say that I did not expect it to be challenging. I knew it was going to be challenging. So, but then, the reason I also make these videos is self-reflection. In it, I self-reflect, and then, like I said, I don't have clarity of destination. It is in trying and making mistakes and failing and then trying again and trying some more that I think that clarity sets in. So that is exactly what happened with that video editing. I delved into it. I did it for a while, but then I figured that this thing is not truly appropriate for me at this moment, because if I try to indulge myself further into video editing, purely into video editing, is going to disrupt my plans. I will not be able to continue learning English at a good pace. I will even not be able to make these videos, or I might be able to make these videos, but I knew from the little time I spent that it was consuming, and I didn't want anything that will suck up my time and make it not feasible for me to continue my primary objective, which was to have a good mastery of English, and then be able to, the usual thing, translate, be able to elucidate my thoughts. So I think I'm going to continue. I'm going to leave video editing by the side. It is still there. The idea is still there. But I'm going to leave it by the side at the moment. I'm going to focus. I'm going to focus on making these videos. I know they don't change much. It's always myself in this, my background. Well, at the moment, this is the much I can do. And I don't want to overreach. I don't want to overstep, and then I lose sight of my primary objective. Emphasis on my primary objective. The main reason why I'm doing all these things, the main reason I'm doing all these things is because I want to learn English, right? And I don't want to deviate from that path, right? And I might get down with video editing later in life or later down the road, but at the moment it doesn't sit well. There are so many things that are coming up that will take my time. So I'm envisioning those things like my work, my house job, I mean. And if I really delve into those things, I'm sacrificing time that I could have used to push my English. I'm sacrificing the time I would have used to make more progress in English to learn video editing. It is nice, but I think pick I would pick the option of putting more time into learning English. So that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm focusing more on learning English now, and the other one I will talk about, the video editing, maybe next year or some year I will start learning it, but hopefully the clarity will come with time. Clarity, I don't know if it will. It should come with time. Clarity should come with time. So yeah, so I'm not learning it. I'm going to keep making these videos, and then keep talking about my progress, and I feel I'm really making more progress when it comes to English. The other day I was having a beautiful conversation. Something crossed my mind when it comes to English, right? And I had a conversation with a friend, and it was about the idea of, at least in Nigeria, the idea, but I think it is universal. The difficulty in shifting between languages. I'm going to explain that further. When you are interacting with a friend in a particular language over a period of time, it is established that this is the lingua franca for your communication, for your interaction, right? So most people in my life, the language I usually interact with, the language we usually interact with is Igbo, and then there are others who are English, and then there are others who are with whom I use Pidgin English. But now that I'm trying to learn to fasten, to hasten my progress, I'm trying to switch. I'm trying to switch. I'm trying to make English the dominant language that I use when I'm with some of my friends. But the downside is it creates a form of barrier. It creates a form of it creates a I feel when I start using English with uncertain friends, it creates a rift. It creates some level of chasm, right? And I'm not able to. The more I use English, the more I feel the more I feel the separation in the separation and the distancing in friendship. And it's not really. It has nothing to do with them wanting that. I think it is change, right? Because when you when you suddenly establish change, when you suddenly change the dynamic of a relationship, some level of friction is meant to occur, right? So although what I do anyway, because I had this conversation with a friend, and I explained this thing I'm telling you to him. I told him that I have some friends that when I try to use English, it feels overly formal. I don't know if it is my mind playing tricks on me because I've been using Igbo for a long time, or if it is normal. And then he assured me that it is normal, that is just my mind playing tricks on me, right? So I'm working on that. I want to, and he also gave me a proposition which I am going to adopt now. And instead of switching it rapidly on them, I'm going to explain to them that, hey, I'm working on my English, and I at the moment I would I would love if we could continue our conversations in English. That way they will not feel ambushed, right? So, and then you continue that conversation in English, and then you learn. And then the idea of the conversation feeling formal is just psychological, because when I use English, I feel as though I'm tilting towards the formal end of the language, for whatever reason. Well, I spoke with some couple of friends that I interact with in English, and they assured me that we've been interacting in English, and I never felt this formality in quotes that I am envisioning, that I'm thinking is there when I talk with them. So he assured me that there is nothing like that. So whenever I have friends and I feel I'm not able to, and I want to switch to English, I should tell them, and then if they are okay continuing our conversation in English, then we do that, right? So that is pretty much what I have for today, and yeah, nothing much. I'm trying to keep this video short. See you next time.